Fear. We all know that feeling, right? That little voice in your head that says, nope, don't do it, stay safe. But what if that voice is the only thing that's actually holding you back? Well, today, we're going to dive into Susan Jeffers's amazing book, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. And seriously, it's a game changer.
So let's just get right to it. What is it for you? What's that thing that gets your heart pounding a little, makes you hesitate, even for a second?
For a lot of us, it's the classic one, public speaking. Just the thought of all those eyes on you. Yeah, it's a big one.
Or maybe for you, it's making decisions. You get totally paralyzed, just terrified you're going to make the wrong choice.
It could even be something like the fear of being alone, of having to face the world all by yourself.
Or hey, how about changing careers? Leaving something you know for something you don't. Whatever your thing is, I promise you, you're not the only one.
And that brings us to the first huge takeaway from this book. Fear isn't some personal flaw. It is a totally universal human thing. You know, Jeffers says that fear is basically an epidemic. We're afraid of starting things, of ending things, of success, of failure, you name it. So the very first step is to stop thinking, what's wrong with me? And just accept that feeling fear means you're alive and, well, human.
But here's where it gets really interesting. To actually deal with fear, you have to understand it. And Jeffers gives us this incredible framework, the 3 levels of fear. This breaks down what's really going on under the surface.
Okay, so level 1. This is all the surface level stuff. These are the fears we can easily put a name to, the ones that are tied to specific things.
And they kind of fall into 2 buckets. First, you've got the things that just happen to us, like getting older or sick. Then you've got the fears about things we have to do, like changing that job or giving that speech. But here's the key. These are just the symptoms. They're not the actual disease.
Which brings us to level 2. So if level 1 is about what's happening on the outside, level 2 is all about what's going on inside. This is about our ego.
Yeah, these are those deep inner fears. Like think about the fear of rejection. That single fear can stop you from asking someone out, from applying for your dream job, from putting your art out into the world. See, it's not about the specific situation anymore. It's about protecting our ego, our sense of self. So, if level 1 is the situation and level 2 is our ego, what's at the very, very bottom? What's the one single foundational fear that's powering all the others?
This is it, the big one. At the absolute core of every single fear is this one belief: I can't handle it. You're not actually afraid of public speaking, you're afraid you can't handle messing up in front of everyone. You're not afraid of being alone, you're afraid you can't handle the feeling of being lonely. And once you see that, everything changes.
So, if the real fear is just a lack of faith in ourselves, then we need a whole new rule book for life. And Jeffers gives us 5 truths about fear that will completely flip how you think about it.
Let's just quickly run through these because they are powerful. Number 1, fear means you're growing. So good job. 2 and 3 basically say the same thing. Action comes first. You do the thing, then the fear goes away and you feel good about yourself, not the other way around. 4 is just a great reminder. Everyone feels this way when they try something new. You are not weird. And number 5, this one is huge. That brief moment of fear when you take action is so much less painful than the long, slow, grinding fear of feeling helpless. Okay, so once you really get these truths, you can make this incredible shift. You can actually learn to move from a place where fear has you frozen to a place where you feel powerful.
See, the problem was never the fear itself. It was always about how we hold it. We can hold it from a position of pain, feeling helpless, stuck, paralyzed. Or we can choose to hold it from a position of power, where we see choice, we feel energy, and we take action. The fear might still be there, but from a place of power, who cares? It just doesn't matter as much.
And here is a super practical tool you can use literally right now. Just listen to the words you use. Changing your vocabulary is such a simple way to shift from pain to power. So instead of saying, I can't, which makes you a victim, try I won't. That's a choice. An obstacle isn't a problem, it's an opportunity. It's not just playing with words, you're actually rewiring your brain to see how strong you are.
All right, so how do we put this all into practice? It all comes down to flipping the script on that one single core belief we talked about. This right here, this is the mantra. This is the thought that takes you from pain to power.
It's not about trying to control every little thing that happens out there in the world. It's about building this rock-solid trust in yourself. When you truly believe that you can handle whatever life throws at you, fear just loses its power.
And that leads us to the final and maybe most important question. The only way to build that trust is to prove it to yourself. So, what's one risk, it could be big or it could be tiny, that you will take today to show yourself that you absolutely can handle it?